If you are enjoying the story so far and need more Dungeons and Dragons in your life, I invite you to check out another group called the Long Past Podcast. They are working their way through heroism and tragedy in the events of the Chragan War. Their name and link are in the description below. This region is far more dangerous than I realized. I should take greater care in finding a safe resting spot for the night. And I should consider keeping watch, as Thea's sword does not always warn us. Welcome back to the land of the hunter. Adran, Thía, Del, and Varin have had a very busy day simply trying to travel. In about half a day's time, we have encountered a powerful force of undead, the snake-bodied people, orcs, humans, whose language we did not understand, and more undead. It has been a very, very busy day, and we're all starting to feel the effects of it. Let's move us over to the travel map real quick.
The heat was hot and the air was dry, but the air was full of sound.
Yes, it has been a very unpleasant travel, despite the eye masks, not blindfolds, that Varin has carved to protect our eyes, despite the wrappings that we have managed to put on ourselves. It has still been a very hot, very unpleasant journey.
We also don't have a horse with no name. We only have donkeys.
That is true, and they both have no names. But as we set off towards what we hope to be a restful night, Adran, what is our marching order?
Well, we have Del and Thía in the cart. And I want to say you're going to be in front, scouting, and then I'll be in the back.
Okay. Alright. In that case, I will have Varin roll a survival check to see if he can navigate us successfully in the desert. As soon as I find... There it is. Checking for... There it is. Yep, okay. Make sure I have the right DC. And why did I roll with advantage? Alright, we'll go with the 19, which is enough. Varin turns with complete confidence and starts leading the group along the way. Adran, you said you were in the back of the group?
Yeah, just making sure nobody comes up behind us.
Fair enough. Are you traveling with your shield in hand?
I am.
Excellent. Thía, you're handling the cart, or are you having Del take over the cart?
I guess it depends. Does he feel confident? Did he want to take over the cart, or did he want me to take over the cart?
He smiles. He's still looking rather shaky and a little weak with all this high heat and bright sunlight. Well, given the last few times I've taken command of it, and with all the fighting going on, I think handling some traveling is, well, rather easy.
Okay.
Almost calming.
Okay.
Especially since you're going to be, I guess, watching over it.
Yeah.
Okay. You were going to say something and I accidentally stepped on you. What were you going to say?
I was going to tell him that if he wants to take over, have fun.
All right, so he will take over, and as he says this, Varin, in the midst of checking the sun, checking the dunes, figuring out which way to go, Varin has kind of a palm slap to the forehead kind of moment, as he remembers that he actually has several Silvataf, and Del has no spell slots remaining. Sorry. Hold on. Varin's going to give. Let's see, where's Del? Del. Varin is going to give Del 4 Silvataf, leaving Varin with 3. And Varin's also going to take one of those, so he only has 2 left. So Varin recovers the first level spell slot. Yay, back up to 4. And Del now has 4 spell slots of first level.
Nice.
He knows no other spells than what he started the day with because he hasn't had a chance for a long rest.
That's fair.
Did you want Varin to do any other... so Varin is navigating and also being on alert for enemies. Adran, Thía, what activities would you like to partake in as we travel?
That's a really good question.
I believe you took at least 1 or 2 Silvataf yourself last time, sir, so you have a couple extra spell slots.
I do, and then I took another one, just so that I'd have at least 3.
Okay, you have 3. Alright, so Varin is navigating and being on alert for enemies. Adran, would you like to try your hand at foraging for any supplies? Thía, did you want to chip on that as well?
Yeah, maybe I could try finding some more Silvertaff or Darlington.
So are you going to look for specific things, sir?
Silvertaff?
You're going to look specifically for Silvataf, or let me hang on. There it is. That was the wrong one.
Or basically anything that I can find that would give us some sort of like healing powers.
Okay, so you're looking for healing and or boon type plants, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival check. Thía, if you want, you can jump in on that as well. Bear in mind, both of you, that it is going to be difficult. It is the desert, and there's very little in the way of supplies out here. Adran, it just looks like a bunch of sand and rock.
Well, might as well try.
Some of it even gets in your eye.
Yeah.
I think she's just gonna see if she can find anything helpful, because she's of the opinion that there's probably not the same stuff she's used to, so anything useful.
Fair enough.
I got sand in my eye.
Alright. Wow!
Okay.
Thía, success! Roll me a d6.
Alright.
Okay. Roll me 1d4 plus your wisdom modifier. What is your wisdom
I
modifier?
believe it's a 1. Yeah, it's a 1.
Alright, so 1d4 plus 1.
Okay, that's
Let me
pretty
see
decent.
what you found. Where's my... There it is. If you say you're going to find 4 samples, roll me 1d8. So let's see what exactly you find here. 3. You spot an odd-looking cactus, one that doesn't even have spines on it. Out of curiosity, you go over and you just kind of like cut a small hole into one of its broad, stiff leaves, and you extract a juicy-looking nectar. Drinking a single dose of this nectar will remove 1 level of exhaustion.
Cool. And you said...
However, you find 4 samples. You drain about 4 doses of this. However, if you drink a second dose of this before taking a long rest, you will become incapacitated for 1 hour.
Well, that's some crazy side effects.
All right, so that is the first hour of travel down. Hang on. Where's my...
Wow, you look incapacitated, but no levels of exhaustion, so good for you.
Alright, so there are 3 more hours of traveling. Did either of you wish to continue foraging?
I'm gonna try again.
Alright, you have a total of 3 more survival checks before we reach the end of travel day.
Alright.
So go ahead and give me a survival check, sir. That is unfortunately not quite enough. You do spot several plants, but none of them look either appetizing or helpful or even poisonous. It just kind of looks like blades of spiky grass.
Alright. Well, yeah, I'll try.
Wow!
Again?
What? Again? What were you searching for? Were you
Something
trying
useful.
for anything again? Something useful. So I'll let's call it 1, 2. Roll me a d6. Let's see what kind of plants you found. Okay. Roll me another d6, so we find out exactly what you found. 5. Okay, interesting. Roll me 1d4 plus 1. You find another 4 samples of rather surprisingly familiar looking torn nuts. Eating one takes an action, and once you've eaten one, you'll produce a 5-foot radius of dim light for 1 minute.
That's pretty cool.
So if you eat one, you give yourself a little bit of a glow. So it is now 2 in the afternoon. Did you two want to try again? Try your luck. Try your luck.
Might as well try it.
Go for it. Go ahead. Thía is on a roll.
Man.
Adran, did you want to try again as well?
Yeah. Do I have to roll
Alright,
like higher than a 20 or something?
Pretty much.
Okay, well that's gonna suck because I have 0 on my wisdom modifier, so...
To be fair, you did succeed last time. I believe you actually found Silvataf last time, didn't you?
I think so. I found a lot of them.
Alright. Yeah, so go ahead and give me a survival check of your own, sir.
Alright.
Ooh, excuse me.
It's probably not gonna help, but here we go. Yeah.
Nope. Thía, please roll me a d6. A 2. Okay. So we're back on this table. Roll me 1d8, and then roll me a d4 plus 1. Okay, so number 6. I'm going to have you roll that d8 one more time. That's not a valid option in this region. Ow. Okay. Oh, fun. You find 3... They look like pebbles growing from the underside of some leaves, but they give off a tiny little, barely perceptible glow. These are known as glowstones. When thrown, they can have a max range of 30 feet. They burst open and emit brilliant light within 20 feet of themselves, and bright light for another 20 feet. If you're in the radius of brilliant light, you're blind until you leave it. And you find 3 of those glowstones. Final hour of travel. Does anyone want to check for any more plants, or do you feel satisfied?
How long did you say that it glows for?
That's a roll when they're thrown. So when they're thrown, you roll a d4, and that's how many rounds that it glows for. So they don't glow for long.
That's okay. Well, I might as well try again.
All right, and Adran, did you also want to try your luck for another survival check?
I only had 3 chances to try.
3 more.
Oh. Yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot. Hey, if I use my inspiration point, can I roll at advantage?
You certainly can.
You gotta be kidding me.
You think you spy something very intriguing. You go to look at what it was, and it was just a shadow. And Thea, wow. Thea, you succeed. Do you want to? Were you looking for something specific, or just kind of anything?
Something useful, because I think she's not
All right.
she's not as certain of what's in the area as she was in the forest.
Fair enough. Roll me a d6, please. Oh, interesting. Don't often get this. Mirror. Nope. Close that. Alright, there it is. Alright, roll me one more d6. Okay, roll me a d4 plus 1. You find some more samples of 4 more samples of clear eye. We've found some before. No one's actually used any yet. It takes an action to eat a clear eye, and once you do, you gain advantage on all dexterity-based attacks for 1 minute. So Thea has been on a roll, finding various plants, impressing Dell. Adran, how did I imagine you're just kind of like beginner's luck.
No, I'm thinking it's more along the lines of, well, she's more of an expert than I am. I'm just shifting through the sands.
That, and I think your nature check's higher than my survival check.
It possibly is.
Yeah, my nature is at a 7.
Actually kind of curious.
Oh,
You took expertise in survival, didn't you? No?
no, I thought I took it in acrobatics and stealth, but I do have survival trained.
You do actually have expertise in survival.
Oh, okay.
So you picked it at some point. Don't remember when.
Yeah.
As we continue on and the sun starts to settle over the burning hot sands, Varin takes a moment to kind of like gauge the amount of time left, and he's going to spend a first level spell slot as we draw closer to the end of the day. Remembering the various events of the day, Varin expends some magic energy for primeval awareness. Kind of gives a grunt like, yeah, elementals, I'm used to it. Undead, oh, no undead. Felt them for a moment, but I don't feel them anymore. So they're not within 6 miles of us. Kind of gives a shrug and settles into into just kind of wandering along. Shakes his head. I don't sense anything particularly dangerous, but as we've seen, that might not mean that we're out of danger. And then Varin comes to a brief halt, looks around, sniffs at the air, and yeah, I smell water. It's kind of hot. It's hot on the air, but I smell water nearby.
Well, that's definitely a new one to me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Varin is not going to succeed on that intelligence nature check. So, Varin looks back at you, Adran. Do we want to head towards the water and see what's there?
Maybe I can try throwing a nature check.
You certainly can. That is actually a success. It occurs to you that water, especially out here in the desert where it's such a rarity, means plant growth. Plant growth and water combined means animals will come to graze. And where water and grazing animals are combined, predators might go as well.
Sounds interesting. I think
Not
we should
only
check it
that,
out.
we're trying to actively stay away from sources of rock, water, and air in the same area, so there might be a stone near that water too.
Well,
Varin just shrugs. So I'll stay away from the stone and the water. I've done that before.
I was gonna say, well, we can go near it. Varin can't.
Varin just rolls his eyes. Rub it in. Coughing sand out of his throat.
And besides,
With the knowledge... Sorry, go ahead.
I still got a little bit of sand in my eye. I kind of need to wash it out.
True. By the way, with that being said, it would make sense to approach with caution.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
So
you plan on stealthing?
That's up to you. Do you want to proceed with stealth
yeah.
and try to quietly approach? Dell is going to have to give an animal handling check. See how... I'm doing that in place of a vehicle handling check.
Okay.
I will... Okay, so he's going to... That's 14 is basically going to act in place of a stealth roll for the wagon.
Gotcha.
Adran and Thía, please give me stealth checks. Holy mackerel. So, Adran, you get a nat 20 for 29.
Good job.
Thía did not roll a nat 20, but got 32. Which was nearly a nat 20.
Dang.
Well done. And stealth for Varin. 15. Okay. So let me get us to the appropriate map. 1 second, please, everyone. Because I also need to make sure the map actually loads all the way first. Okay. Let's move you over. So we are approaching through some cacti along the rather easy if unpleasantly crunching ground. The mules moving with kind of like a sense of awareness that, you know, quiet is needed. Varin leads the way towards a low rising dune between the cacti. Give me 1 second. Come on. Trying to arrange all the... oh, I gotta zoom in. That's why I'm not seeing it. Trying to arrange our tokens here. There we go. So, Thía, would you like to be walking alongside the cart instead of in it?
Yeah, I'm not able to see anything on the map.
That's fine. I haven't actually put our tokens on the map
Oh,
yet.
okay, sorry.
Nope, you're fine. And there we go. I was also doing that as a way to kind of like give the map time to fully render on my screen. Okay, so we're missing some health bars, it looks like. So get rid of Varin, Thía, and Adran, and I'll get you all back up there in a second. So I also remove the mules. Alright, so...
Remove the mules on wheels.
Right, there's Varin, Adran, Thía. Oh no, we have no mules for our cart. They died randomly. Where are they? There they are. There we go. So that is... Okay, that's odd. My character's still not showing a health bar.
Oh, I saw it.
Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't showing up on my screen.
I was seeing 77-77.
Well, that's good. That's what it should be showing. Now it's showing up on my end. Yay!
Yay.
Yeah, as a reminder, Varin is actually... Varin has been affected by one of those whites that we fought last time, earlier in the day.
Oh, yeah?
So Varin's maximum hit points have been reduced.
Oh.
So Varin is going to head up to the sand dune up here, to the northwest of the current position, and Del will bring the cart around to the base of that dune. Do you two wish to climb the dune?
Kind of want to go around it.
Okay.
My character's just gonna be following the cart.
Oops. Alright, so, Adran, as you move up around it and Varin climbs up the dune, what you see before you is a wide, low valley. Given Thea's warning, you do note that there are small areas of stone near what looks like 3 different pools of water, a small spring in the desert.
Yeah.
Near that furthermost north spring, you see a familiar looking sight. There are armored heads dipping to the water, while their massive pincers reach out to the sides to give them space, and 2 arching spiked tails waver in the air as 2 giant scorpions sip from the water. And real quick, sir, what is your passive perception? You're muted. Thank you, sir. So that is what you see. You kind of have an odd sensation of, fair enough, thank you. There's a sound in the still air, kind of like other feet crunching on sand, maybe a low sound of a voice in a throat, but whatever it is that you're hearing, it does not seem immediately visible to you. Thía, you see Adran and Varin approaching the dune. Adran going between the 2 dunes here in the bottom of the map. Varin climbing to the top. Del glances back at you. I assume I just stay here?
Probably.
He nods and swallows, kind of like a nervous.
She'll go ahead and head up.
Okay. With your current position, you see what I just shared with Adran. A low, kind of narrowed valley with stone and water, springs bubbling with fresh-looking water. That does look rather hot, but at the same time, especially given the barrel water we've been drinking some of the day, looking rather nicely fresh. And the 2 hulking scorpions. Adran, you would remember that one of the ingredients we need for spell scroll ink would be scorpion venom. And if you want, like, we're too far away for you to whisper, unless you want to use your, I think it's whisper cantrip?
I think it's message.
Message, yeah, you're right. My bad.
It's groovy.
I always get those 2 confused.
I think it's because you're whispering for the spell.
Yeah, right. Varin glances back at you, Thía, and nods towards the valley. Good thing I prefer ranged.
Yeah.
And we aren't alone.
Oh.
As Varin points this out to you, that we aren't alone in this valley, you do pick up on some sounds And then you happen to glance down, and well, you do see Adran kind of belly crawling into the valley ahead of us. What is he doing? Did you want to move yourself up, by the way, Thía, so we're into kind of like side by side with Varin? Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he saw something we didn't.
Him see something we didn't. He's practically blind. And deaf. Varin goes stiff almost immediately after saying that. It's a familiar reaction as Adran is using message to contact someone. And Adran, Varin responds back to you. Adran, we aren't alone. Someone else is in this valley. They're moving up towards the scorpions as well. They're trying to be stealthy. And then Varin concludes the message with a derisive little snort, like, yeah, good luck. From the west and from the east. Thía, you can see Varin's lips moving. I smell dog scent from the west. I smell something I don't recognize from the west. And Varin pauses. I don't recognize the scent from the east at all. What do you want to do? As he continues forward, Varin is just going to go ahead and take this opportunity to cast Longstrider on himself, and then prepare his sling. Actually, does Longstrider... What components does that have? Vocal, somatic, and material. So I give a low chant as I take up some dirt, rub it on myself, and I gain my speed boost. Adran, what are you thinking of doing, sir? You feel fairly confident that with your belly crawling, no one has detected you.
Yeah, nobody has detected me. But what I'm thinking of doing is still using a minor illusion to distract the scorpions before we go in and attack. But now the problem is we have two other groups of creatures or personnel that are coming in as well. I almost want to do something to exploit the groups without giving ourselves away.
Such as?
I might actually change and use dancing lights, but it's not evening yet, is it?
No, it's still pretty bright. If you wanted to use dancing lights effectively, kind of like what Del did earlier in the day, you would have to position the dancing lights right, like in the area of space, right in front of someone's eyeballs.
Yeah.
Do you have those fog bombs still?
I don't think so.
I know. I bet Thía has at least one or two.
Yeah, I have 7 impact smoke bombs left.
I would rule that you could throw those about 30 feet. And with your fast hands, you could use your fast hands to activate those. Excuse me, as a bonus action.
Oh wait, I'm checking in my satchel. I have 1 mud-covered rock and 1 brown stick. It's not really anything useful.
Adran, as you pause and consider, you can roll me a d6.
D6. Here, let me get to that screen.
Okay. Tension is definitely rising. The scorpions don't seem to have noticed, but you can definitely, especially with Varin's warnings, you can feel that building tension of something about to happen just crawling up your spine. What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to use Minor Illusion in front of this guy and put a little flame just popping up right in front of him.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure scorpions don't like fire.
I'm curious as to whether or not scorpions even care, actually. Okay. What is the range on Minor Illusion? 30 feet? You'd need to get about 20 feet closer, sir.
Oh, it's about 30 feet. Oh, man. I thought it was more like 60 feet.
Thía will slowly work her way forward. Because she has to be a lot closer for her her smoke bombs.
Right. Varin is going to... This is the problem with using a sling. He just has very low range. Varin's going to slide along and kind of belly crawl along the sand and then through the ground, or along the ground, excuse me. Heading for the other sand dune to the... Brain just quit on me. East. Staying away from the stone and water. Adran, with where you are, did you want to go ahead and use Minor Illusion now?
Yes.
Alright. In which case, that is going to be your action, and that is going to reveal your presence. But you can roll for initiative with surprise. Varin gets a 13. 16 for Adran. Nat 20 for Thía. Del gets a whopping 6.
Oh god, Del.
Alright, let's get the initiative tracker up. Okay, and sort. Thía, you are up first.
Good roll.
Oops, I need to expand this a little bit more. There we go.
Well, just gonna step there and let's see, I believe that means that she can try for here with the smoke bomb.
Let me see, for where, sorry?
For right here-ish.
I just realized it's off my screen, my bad. Basically you're aiming right between the two of them?
Yeah, but it's 30 feet-ish that right, is the range on those?
Let me get the ruler.
30 feet is about here.
Can you see my measuring stick?
Yeah, so I can get like at the corner because it's a 20-foot
20-foot radius.
Yeah, so okay.
Smoke cloud. Haven't used this for a while.
Well, I figured it probably will help at least, and then I'm thinking that's probably.
Are you using your action or your bonus action to do that?
Let's use the bonus, and then I'll just have her stealth and move to get ready for what she'll do next.
Okay. So that's a 21 for your stealth. That is a good stealth roll. So Adran summons up a flame. The scorpion kind of like rears its head back, like, what the? And all of a sudden, just smoke envelops the entire area around the two scorpions.
It was a very smoky fire, okay?
Apparently. Was that it for you, Thía?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Adran, you're up next. Before you act, you hear howls of surprise off to the west, and a strange sort of burst of chittering from the east. What would you like to do, sir? You are now exposed.
Well, let's see. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, 30. That's about as far as I can go.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use.
I mean, that's as far as you can go unless you want to use Expeditious Retreat.
No, I kind of wanted to save some of my spells for something later on.
Okay.
I'm just going to use my cantrip Firebolt on this guy right here.
Okay, go for the attack.
Right. Where is Firebolt? Right here. Oh!
You fire blind into the darkness, and you hear the sound of flame on carapace. You do feel certain it hit, but given the way it kind of like had a long sounding scrape, you can guess that it was only a glancing blow.
Yeah.
And I almost forgot something real quick. So you threw the smoke bomb. Need to check how long it lasts. Oh right, I didn't put that in there. Oh, excuse me. System, work with me, come on. Okay, not there. Where did it go? Okay. Oh, that's why I didn't write it down. Because it's in a different book entirely. That makes sense. I'm just trying to make sure, figure out what the duration is on those smoke bombs. Give me 1 second. I forgot to have that information on available. Thía, roll me a d6. Okay, it'll last for 5 rounds, so it ends on round 6. Please keep track of that for me.
Will do.
Awesome, thank you. Alright, so that was your... did you want to use your bonus action or anything, sir?
No.
Okay. In that case, it is now Varin's turn. Varin is going to move up. Let's see. I moved 30 feet. That first wounded scorpion is now within my sling's normal range, but even if it weren't, it's blinded. Unfortunately, it's too far away from its companion, so instead of trying anything fancy with my charm, I'm simply going to let loose with my sling and stones. Make sure I'm on roll. Yes, good. So sling 1, sling 2. Okay, yeah, those are both gonna hit. Colossus Slayer. So 16, 18 total damage to that wounded scorpion.
Nice.
And it is almost bloodied already.
And you're welcome.
So I moved, right? I moved 30 feet, let loose 2 stones, and then I moved back down to here, 15 feet, turning and facing to the east. Alright, Dell down in the south. He is going to bring the cart and the mules around to here so he has a clear view of what's going on in case any of us are in danger. And then he and the mules are going to take the dodge action. The scorpions are very much surprised by the appearance of a flame, and then smoke, and then more flame. So this is confusing for them. They don't know what to make of this. Top of the round, we are leaving surprise. Thía, what would you like to do?
Let's see. She'll move here, so she'll be within range. And she'll hit at this guy with a sling rock, because
Okay.
hard carapace.
Right. You have sharpshooter, so your normal range for you is I think 120 feet. Let me check. Sling. There it is. Yeah, your normal range for your sling is 120 feet.
Oh, okay. So I didn't need to move. I wasn't sure on that. Okay. So.
Yeah, because you have sharpshooter.
Right. Did they notice me?
As of yet, no, but they are in fog cloud, which means you can't see them, or smoke cloud, excuse me. So you technically can't see them.
Okay, well, I'll try and hit them.
All right, that's gonna hit for another 8 bludgeoning damage. You hear a definitive crack as some armor apparently, chitinous armor apparently gives way.
And I'm gonna stove. And
Beautiful. 21 attack and a 21 stealth roll. Interesting.
And she'll head this way. And not yet.
All right. Cool. In which case, check here. Because apparently I did not include this information. Bad TM, bad. Be more thorough. Put that over here for now.
So basically, the teacher's asking if you did your homework, and you're like, oh, I forgot this one spot.
Maybe kind of, sort of not.
The dog ate it.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Yeah. And let's see, what am I gonna do with this one? Bingo. Bingo. Okay. And just to double check something real quick.
Alright.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Adran, you hear the sound of something scrabbling through sand and then rushing over the tight, dry earth, but you don't see anything causing the noise.
No.
Most peculiar.
No, it's kind of freaking me out.
What would you like to do, sir?
I'd like to ignite my sanguine nonetheless.
Excellent. That is costing you your bonus action and your spell slot.
Yep.
Because as you may recall, we discussed it as to the mechanics of Sanguine nonetheless, and we settled on using a bonus action to activate
Bonus action to activate, and then spell slot gone. I want to do an acid sword this time.
Ooh, okay. So let's see here. Sanguine nonetheless, there you are. Damage type, acid. Alright, it is bubbling and sizzling along its entire narrow length, sir.
Alright. And I've calculated my length of walking. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Okay.
25, 30, and I'm supposed to be right here. Is that too close?
Too close?
Like, am I like on the icon itself, or do I need to back off a little bit?
No, that's fine. I'll consider that adjacent. It's because it's at an angle is the thing.
Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to come all the way up to him and then strike him with my sanguine.
Go for it. You are fighting blind in the smoke cloud, sir.
All right. So does that give me disadvantage?
Nope, because you can't see it, but it can't see you.
That's good.
Indeed. So you attack it normal. A 22 will hit for 6 bubbling acid
I love
damage.
this sword.
I can tell. Would you like to use extra attack, sir?
Yes, I would.
Okay. That is another solid hit for 7 damage. How far did you move to get to there?
30 feet.
Okay. Alright, then that is where you will stay, sir.
Yep.
Okay. And then... double check this. There it is. Okay. There is the sound of a chain, and then a couple howls from a canine throat. And then from... Adran, you can't see what that was. Thía, off to the west, you see a familiar-looking two-headed dog come rushing out from between them, sand flowing off its flea-bitten hide. So it uses its action to dash and get to there. You may recall that these things have a very dangerous bite, Thía.
Ow.
Varin looks to the left, Varin looks to the west, looks to the east, looks a little conflicted, trying to figure out which is the most preferred option. And that thing is not wounded, but the scorpion is. Varin's going to move up, so the scorpion's in normal range, and take a shot at the scorpion. I just realized I forgot to mark down my sling bullets earlier. So that's 3 now gone. I'll put Colossus Slayer on that shot. That's a total of 14 damage to the scorpion. Adran, so you just rush up and you stab it, and you stab it with acid, and you're feeling pretty good, and all of a sudden a stone comes whistling out of nowhere, and there's a cracking noise, and then the sound of something like brain falling out on the ground. Partially on your foot.
Ew.
Adran, we've got company!
Are they friends of yours?
No! And then, curiously to you, Thía, instead of positioning between you and the death dog, which coincidentally would also put Varin much closer to the water, Varin moves to here, and now we'll take a shot at that death dog, I believe at disadvantage. Yes. Because of the range. whistling away.
Ooh.
And that one, the stone goes whistling, trying to avoid hitting you, Thía. The stone goes whistling just over your shoulder and didn't arc correctly. And there's a puff in the sand where the stone lands.
Yeah, it's like shaking her head like I'm gonna have to teach him a better accuracy. Obviously that wasn't good enough.
And then over here, Thía, you hear something rising up and you turn to see what it was. It is something that looks impossibly thin for its obvious physical activity, with a armored hide and 4 arms that wave about beneath an angular, very pointed head and a curious-looking eye that a curious pair of eyes that have no irises. 2 long antennae sweep back over the rear of the thing's skull. As it moves down to here, chittering and clacking a pair of mandibles at the end of its face. It is a very insectoid-looking creature. It uses action to get there. Or sorry, it uses movements to get there.
Galago?
Say what?
Galago?
I'm not sure what that is. And then it's going to, in a blur of movement, rush over onto the stone.
Territory dispute.
Apparently. Adran, there's a clacking noise of pincers and claws on stone, and the splash of water. Hope your shield is ready for this, sir.
Huh?
Heh.
Shields up.
I get a 12 from a massive pincer swinging at your face.
Miss.
And then a 9.
Oh, what a whiffer.
And then a 23.
Clang, clang. Whew, that was a close one.
You briefly see the tip of the stinger right over the edge of your shield, but not quite far enough to reach your face. Thía. 20. Another figure comes scurrying down off the dune of these thin insectoid-like creatures, rushing past Varin on 2 legs. Would have triggered an attack of opportunity from Varin, but unfortunately Varin did not have a melee weapon equipped. Or even a loaded sling for that matter.
Darn you, Varin.
It chitters and chatters in its curious sounds. Its 2 antennae on its head waving rapidly and wildly, and then uses its action to dash. Curiously, you notice that this one, its hands are not empty. Actually, does it dash? Let me check. Okay. From its side, it pulls out, it looks like, so there's a circular handle that it's holding. From this handle sprout 3 triangular blades forming one large flat triangle. It looks into the fog cloud from where it stands and throws it. And it goes spinning off into the distance, getting a nat 20 to hit. Adran, you hear this and then a slicing sound. 8 and 5 is 13. And the scorpion in front of you utters an alien cry of pain.
I want that weapon.
Thía, it's your turn. You do happen to see that there are more of those triangular type weapons on this creature's side.
But he's not attacked yet. I don't feel comfortable attacking things that haven't attacked me or my allies first. So
whoever said to attack it?
I know that's like the thought process I want, but okay. There's other.
I don't feel comfortable having things flying into the fog where I am at.
Okay, fine.
Adran, there's a brief moment as a whistling noise comes whipping past your face, apparently on a return flight.
Okay, so she's going to attack that with her sling because, oh my goodness, no.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What?
She's going to attack the dog with her sling because, oh my goodness,
go for it.
No. Has it seen her?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
You've been moving quietly, but there's not really anything for you to hide in.
That's
not on this turn.
No, that's fair. That's why I was asking. Okay, so
Yeah.
at normal. Yay.
Correct. That doesn't seem to have bothered you over much, as you deal 10 bludgeoning damage to one of this thing's 4 eyes.
Yeah, and
Not that it's wearing glasses.
Gonna hide and go into the fog.
Probably, you might want to move into the fog and then hide.
Yeah, that's basically what she's gonna do. So we'll just go in there.
Excellent.
I'm not going my full, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my one ability. And
Fantastic. 22 for stealth.
Live.
And you will recall that, there are predators that do not hunt on sight, especially canines.
Right, but
yeah, you're doing your level
I'm
best.
doing my best.
You are technically hidden.
Yeah, so I do believe that's her turn.
Correct. All right, and then there's another pair of howls.
Gosh, that frightens me. Another pair of howls.
But only one set of 4 legs come thundering across the sand.
Well, that's a bedtime story I don't want my children to hear.
Right? Oops.
Yeah, one of them already has enough nightmares.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Thía, you actually hear something rush past you with unusual speed into the smoke cloud. Where is it? Okay, that's as far as it's going to go, and then where is it? There it is. Okay. You hear something trying to move quietly into the smoke, but it trips and skids on stone.
You tried, dude. You tried. It's okay.
Adran, there are things flying about you in the smoke. There's howls from multi-throats. What would you like to do, sir?
Well, before all the throwing and stuff happened, I was gonna do something crazy.
You crazy.
I know. Doesn't sound like me, does it?
Not at all.
I was actually thinking of mounting the scorpion.
You can certainly do so.
Oh.
If you give me, let's do, give me an athletics check against the scorpion's choice of athletics or the acrobatics. Okay. Yeah, you go to step and you just feel its pincer arm kind of like slip out from under your foot and then push you back in a rebuff, and like an automatic rebuff, almost as though this thing has been ridden before and does not enjoy the experience.
Well, all right, fine. I guess I'll just attack it then. There we go.
No right for you. I'm on the wrong screen again. A 12. You're knocked off balance by the push, and you skid and slip, but you manage to stay on your feet. But your attack goes wide.
All right, and again.
That one definitely makes contact. And you feel a piece of armor go burning and sizzling off from the acid. Okay.
And I think I want to move a little, but
you can move away and not trigger any attack of opportunity as long as you're in the smoke cloud.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Here I am, up here.
Okay. Alright, anything else for you, sir?
No, that's going to do it for now.
Okay. In that case... Yep, okay. There's a distinctive cracking noise as of pottery breaking.
Don't know if I like that.
One second, double check something. Okay. I'm on the wrong screen again. Gotta get better at that. Okay, sorry about that. All right. The first death dog that you shot so well, Thía, rushes forward towards... Oh, well, you can't see where it is. But it rushes forward and into the water with a massive splashing noise. Let's see. 10, 20. Can't move further because it's water. And it's going to bite at that strange insect thing. There it is. I have to find the correct character sheet. Getting a nat 20 to hit, which does indeed hit for 7 damage, and then its second head comes in underneath the first and takes another chunk out of the insect.
Slimy yet satisfying.
Constitution saving throw. Okay. It is now diseased. Okay. Varin thinks about the things going on for a moment. Well, these things aren't attacking us, at least not yet.
That's good.
So, standing his ground, I'm going to zoom in on my map here a little bit. Varin's going to take aim at the K9 creature. Besides, I don't like these guys.
Can't imagine why.
Oh, this is supposed to be a disadvantage. My bad. So that's a nat 1. So we'll go with that as the first result. And then my second shot is a 21, which is definitely going to hit. Colossus Slayer. Wow, for 13 damage against that nearest death dog.
Nice.
And Varin is unwilling to move closer to the water, but what he will do is move up onto the sand because he can ignore that difficult terrain. Okay. That first insect creature that you saw, Thía, standing near the water and the death dog, clutches at its side with one of its arms, giving a hissing, bubbling noise, kind of like boiling water being forced through a thin funnel. And then looks to, well, you can't see it, Thía, or you, Adran, but Varin watches as this thing goes to bite back at the death dog. Literally. Getting a 7 to hit, which does miss, and then swings at it with its own claws. getting a 17, which does hit for 8 slashing damage. And then it stands its ground against this canine creature. There is a howling noise filling the air, a whirling, whipping sound. It rushes forward into that area between, into that smoke cloud, which is pushed and dispersed away by a towering form of air.
I swear I didn't
That
do
does
it.
not stand on the ground. Hang on. What? Okay, sorry. I thought I put it in the right square. There we go. My bad. It looks down upon you, Adran, with formless eyes, and goes to punch you. Twice. Getting a 10 and a 17. As twin funnels of air come slamming down at you, and you take it on the broadside of your shield.
Phew. Wow, it's quite a large breath you got there. I know not one of the funny jokes, but hey, what do you say about this?
Right. Dell is staring from the south. He is going to be very wise in this matter and stay back and just waiting until he is needed. Its sight suddenly restored to it. The giant scorpion looks around it, sees all the different things that are going on. Where is the turn? There it is. Turns towards you, Adran.
No. Okay, sure. Let's tango.
And it is going to sting at you. Or sorry, claw at you.
Oh, claw.
Getting a 23 to hit,
Ooh.
which misses.
That was close.
Then a 6.
Wed a miss.
And then a 21 stinger attack.
Yikes.
You definitely feel a lot more worried now that you're no longer hidden in the smoke.
I kind of missed my fog cloud.
Thía, this creature here, which you can now see, and it can now see you, it kind of glances at you with its flat, pupil-less eyes, and then rushes up to here. Again, moving in a strange blur of movement. Pulling from its back a pole weapon that has kind of like a stone blade attached at both ends. Okay.
New weapons.
Spinning it around between its forearms. Unfortunately missing as the scorpion brings its twin pincers up and batters the slashing attacks aside.
Ooh.
Top of the round. Thía, unfortunately the smoke cloud has been dispersed by the presence of this howling sentient wind.
That's okay. I'm gonna see if I can help our buddy down here by attacking that thing.
Okay.
You're leaving me?
You have a high AC. You got a buddy up there that looks like he's gonna try and help you. You know, I've got to do crowd control so I can help you.
Now, you don't have advantage on the attack, but if you hit that death dog, it is adjacent to an enemy of it.
All right.
So you do get sneak attack if you hit.
All right. Let's see if we can do.
A crit. So that's plus 30. So 41, 41 plus 11, 52 damage.
And I'll nod at the one stock-eye creature next to the death dog.
This guy right here. It kind of blinks at you with surprise, like, or not surprise. It just kind of like stares and it just turns and stares at you with unblinking eyes.
That's okay. I probably look strange to it too.
Its antennae waving around about its head. Alright. Now I will say, there's no cover for you to hide behind here.
That's the way it's been a while. Yeah,
So you can do something else, like dash.
Let's see. How deep is the water?
Without a perception, without taking the search action, it's not entirely clear.
Okay, that's fine.
But you could always jump in and check.
Nah, it's too reckless. I'll leave that to Adran. I'll just move down here.
The fully armored and
No
plate
lifeguard
armored
on duty. Do not jump on shallow waters.
Yeah, I'll go there to use a dash action to make it over here.
Okay. Bear in mind you do have so if you get into sand, you will be able to use that to hide in.
Okay.
Also bear in mind that you do have the jump spell still stored in your ring.
Okay.
I think that's your only spell left in the ring.
It is.
So this death dog here, it was rushing towards the smoke cloud, but as the smoke cloud disperses and it sees everything happening, one of the heads notices your movements, Thía, kind of like pulling the whole body to the side. The second head, which did not notice you, kind of bites at the first head. They bite back at each other for a brief moment, and then they rush towards you. There it is. Attack 1 against you. Get a 7. I get a 23. Would you like to uncanny dodge?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to take 3 damage from the bite and I need a constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That is a fail. You are let's see, poisoned. As I look for my status cards, which I really should have unpacked before we started the game. My bad.
Just one of those days.
Poisoned. Here it is. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
Until you are cured of the poison. Every 24 hours that pass, you have to repeat the saving throw.
Okay.
And if you fail, your hit points go down. Your hit point maximum goes down.
Okie dokie.
So, you feel the festering disease burning into your flesh, while the maniacal 2 heads give a mad, howling grin at you. Alright. Adran, you hear a thought in your head. What it is.
What?
And it is going to move. Oops. It's not so much that you understand the words, so much as you understand an impression of thought, of curiosity about who or what you are. Adran, is your turn.
I wonder where that came from.
You wonder in your head, or you say it out
No,
loud?
I'm wondering that in my head.
Okay. Anything else you want to do, sir?
Yeah, I'm going to attack at the blistering wind person.
Okay.
Let's see how well he does with my sanguine.
Let's see it.
Right. There goes nothing. That was delayed.
21 to hit. Does score. Let me check. Okay. You do hit, dealing it 12 acid damage, and it gives a horrified scream of pain. And as you watch, the scream from this thing's mouth, or sort of its mouth-like opening, the air spins out, creating a funnel, picking up dirt and dust, as another thing of air starts to form on the ground.
Wait.
Anything else for you, sir?
Wait a second. I almost feel like I'm cursed again.
As you are confronted by two swirling masses of flying air. What would you like to do?
No, there's no rock or water ones.
She's got a point.
Right, but I'm so confused.
Anything else you want to do?
I wish I had shattered. I'm just going to attack the air beast again.
Okay. Go for the attack. You do manage to catch it right in its stomach-like area with another burning acid of 12 damage. Nice stab.
Thank you.
This time, however, it does not, release anything.
Oh, good.
Anything else for you, sir?
Oh, goodness.
As the insectoid creature behind you starts clicking and clacking its mandibled mouth.
This is the part where I would very much like to use an expeditious retreat.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Alright. You are now concentrating on expeditious retreat, sir.
That's one spell slot gone. And that gives me what? What?
That gives you the dash as a bonus action, which you can use on the same turn that you cast the spell.
Okay.
So you haven't moved at all, so now that you've cast the spell, you have a movement currently of 60 feet if you want to use it.
I do want to use that, for sure.
Alright. Go ahead and move yourself where you want to be.
Let's see.
That is going to trigger some attacks of opportunity.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. At least over here, that will give me 35 feet.
Alright, so here is the Scorpion's attack of opportunity. Getting at 6. Did you just fall over?
No, I moved in my chair.
Oh, gotcha. 19 from the first spinning
Ha
air.
ha ha ha.
And then the familiar looking Dust Devil makes its own attack against you. Getting a 23 to hit that would have been for 21 bludgeoning damage. Okay. Anything else for your turn, sir? You only went 35
Yeah,
feet? You have
so-
another 25 feet of movement.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 will put me right over here. So I'm just going to move right over there.
Okay.
Whew. That was close. Too close for comfort.
What? You don't like being in the midst of all those?
Well, wait a second. What about the fourth guy?
It didn't seem interested in attacking you.
Why not?
Who knows?
Oh, don't tell me these guys are on our side.
Really? You haven't picked that up yet.
I like that. That. Well done. Pardon me.
Sorry, I had two big ferocious things, and then all of a sudden a third one comes out. Kind of distracted there.
Fair.
What? Just you distracted? That makes no sense. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay. A massive form suddenly appears in the air. It is 25 feet off the ground. It has wicked, black-looking fanged teeth, black eyes, and mottled blue skin. It looks after you, sir, points its finger, utters something in an unknown language. Adran, please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh gosh, no.
Oh, but I insist.
Oh. Now wait a second. Hang on. There's something down here. Warcaster, you have advantage on Constitution saving throws that you make to maintain your concentration on a spell when you take damage. Oh, okay. Just making sure I
But
was...
that's to maintain concentration.
Now, you wanted me to make a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Oh, yay.
An
That's a
18.
high roll.
That is a very high roll.
Yay.
Let me check. Now, given the angle that's blasting this down at you from a height of 25 feet, that dust devil is not within its range.
Ah. Wow. That's not a very tall dust devil then.
Well, it's only 10 feet high. DC. Okay, that is a success, sir, which means you're only going to take half damage from this. A blast of freezing cold slams into you.
Ow!
Like I said, you're taking half.
Wow.
So you take 17 cold damage, and now I need a Constitution saving throw with advantage to maintain concentration on Expeditious Retreat.
Alright.
As a cone of pure cold air slams into you, feeling all the worse for it having been so hot the day through. That is not a success.
No, it's not, and I'm really upset about that.
Wait, hold on, let me check. Hang on. Okay, so the result... Actually, that is a success. You maintain concentration.
Oh, really?
Yep, I had to double check my math.
Oh, cool. Because I was thinking about using Indomitable, but I don't have Indomitable. Whew. I need it after a long rest, not a short rest.
I don't see the damage reflected on you, sir.
No, I'm trying to get it, and a window keeps on coming up on my screen for some stupid thing, and it's not letting me go. There we go. That was weird.
Interesting. So you do have 10 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
So that'll absorb some of the damage.
That's right.
So your temporary hit points go completely away, and then 7 goes to your normal hit points. Yep, you got it right.
Yeah.
Varin stares at this airborne figure, this very large airborne figure that just blasted you with cold. Adran, I'm going after the big one. So Varin is going to move to here.
I can barely hear you. My ears are cold.
I am going to say that does put Varin within normal range. There we go. So I'm attacking it normal. 20 and 24 to hit.
Wow.
Both hit. And collide. Colossus Slayer. Man. So that's, hey, it dealt you 17 damage. I just dealt it 17 damage.
Thank you.
So I moved 20 feet. And I'm going to move here 25 feet. Yeah, 20 and 25, 45 feet. All right, Thía. There's a brief moment of silence, and then rushing up on stone chipping, clawed, armored feet. This thing rushes up beside you, and it. Let's see, that was 20 feet. 20. 30. It does have disadvantage on attack rolls because it's poisoned like you are. But now that it's flanking this thing with you, it now has normal attacks. So it goes to bite. That is a hit, but a glancing blow, so it only takes 1 damage from that. And then the Death Dog needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
The Death Dog gets a nat 1
Good.
and is itself poisoned, and because it failed so massively, Thía, you watch as this Death Dog suddenly goes stiff, as though it's been paralyzed. And you kind of pick up that this insectoid creature might have a rather dangerous bite.
Well, he's not biting me. That's good enough for me.
So the Death Dog is now paralyzed. It is incapacitated, cannot move. It's irrelevant, but it can't speak. It can automatically fail strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against it have advantage. And any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if you're within 5 feet of it. And hey, look, who's right within 5 feet of it?
And I can.
A 16 is a hit.
It's a critical.
And it is therefore a critical. Where'd the character sheet just go? Okay. Thía, please roll me 2 more d4. Okay, so that 6 becomes 11 points of damage from its raking claws.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that. This flying creature is going to move up. Let's see. And is going to slam at that insectoid between it and the scorpion.
Ooh.
Itself getting a critical hit.
Dang.
For 27 damage. The insectoid is shockingly still alive. And then, almost as though it does simply just has no heart at all. It moves along its way, flying straight towards you, sir, which will trigger an attack of opportunity from that insect. A 13 is a complete miss.
Oh, poor guy.
And here comes its... Wait, how far did it move? Okay. It's actually going to move into your space, sir.
Hey, this is my space.
Back. There we go. And... Adran, give me a strength saving throw.
I'm nervous.
You get a nat 20.
Yes.
Okay, you definitely succeed on your saving throw.
Yeah. Good job.
Like epically.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Helps if I can actually read this text. It's kind of faded. So you're going to take half damage from this, as it tries to pick you up in a whirlwind of flying air and fling you around. However, you dig your feet in and you do not move. You do take 5 damage. And I need another Constitution saving throw from you, with advantage to maintain concentration. You maintain concentration on Expeditious Retreat.
Yes.
Del is staring at all this with huge, like, dinner plate sized eyes, just like, this is a normal day for them?
Well, as normal can be.
The scorpion is going to disengage and scuttle away.
My ride. I will have a mount. I will have a mount. I will have a mount. Someday.
Learns fine steed.
I don't think you can. Oh, and actually the scorpion also needs to make a dex save for passing near the thorns. It succeeds and is not harmed. Nope, this character cheat. Okay. This armed insectoid, seeing its prey rush away, drops its two-headed pole weapon, moves to here, and then jumps. Yep. And is going to pull out 2 of those triple-headed triangular type throwing weapons.
Catarangs.
Getting a 12, which misses. And then a 22, which does hit, for an amazing 3 damage. And you watch as the spinning triangle blades go whipping back, and the armed creature catches them both.
I would like to learn how to make it at the very least.
And that is going to conclude its turn. Top of the round. Thía, what would you like to do?
Well then, I have a convenient target right here in front of me.
You do indeed.
Oh.
Now you are poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
You have disadvantage on all attack and ability checks.
Mm-hmm.
But with a flank and it being paralyzed, you also have advantage. So you attack at normal,
Okay.
and if you hit, it's got an enemy within 5 feet.
So what she's going to do is kind of loosely tie the sling that she's got in her hand around her wrist while she's grabbing her sword.
Okay.
And then she'll go ahead and attack with her short sword.
Go for it. At normal. Yeah, that'll hit. Sneak attack plus 30.
Ooh.
28 and 30.
Oh my god.
58 damage. How do you kill this paralyzed creature? I almost called it a beast, but it's not a beast.
I take both heads off with one nice swing.
Just massive blow.
There's...
Yep, it is quite dead. Oops.
Grin at my friend and start heading towards the rest of the action.
Now, if you could have used a move like that on that troll or that ogre that's flying 25 feet above us.
It's flying 25 feet above us. You need to have a little bit more realistic expectations. I have to be able to sneak.
I can throw you.
Well, we could work on
Thía?
that.
Okay.
I do have an immovable rod. I'll move over here.
Okay. Did you want to? You moved 30 feet. You have 5 feet remaining, and your bonus action. Did you want to use either?
I'll move her into the sand and hide.
Okay.
Might as well. At disadvantage?
At disadvantage, correct. Okay, so we'll go with a 17. So, massively disadvantaged.
Yeah. It's still not that bad, all things considered. A terrible roll,
right.
But, not bad overall. Okay, I believe that's it.
Alright. The formed dust devil spins in place, its appearing eyes and mouth spinning with it. Its eyeless vision settles on... Hang on.
On Adran.
Wait, how far can it move? Right. Okay, so it comes swirling in your direction, Thea. It has no idea where you are. Just that you were in this general region.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a drink.
Disadvantage. Actually, instead of doing that, how far did it move? Okay. So it just kind of moves into this general region. It cannot see you, it doesn't know where you are, so it's just taking a guess. But I need a strength saving throw from you, Thea. The strength saving throw would have been at normal, but we'll go with that first result. That is a 4. So that is... Okay, I am on the right character, right sheet. Yay! Alright, so that is a failure. You are pulled right off the ground along with a bunch of sand. You make a grab for the ground and miss it. Excuse me. You're going to take... And this is not an attack roll, so you won't be able to uncanny dodge this. 15 points of bludgeoning damage as you are flung 20 feet from the Dust Devil in a random direction and knocked prone. Roll me a d8. Okay, you are flying straight northwards. 20 feet and you land prone on the stone. You don't hit any, object other than the ground, so you're not going to take any additional damage. Okay. But you are much closer to that giant scorpion than you were a moment ago. Right. And then it is... Let's see, how far did it move again? Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Good grief. So basically the way I'm envisioning this, it just rushes into the sandy area right through your space, hurling you aside. So it's not quite attacking you so much as you're just caught up in its movement and flung away as it just rips along the ground. Ooh, excuse me. Alright. And then attacking with advantage and appearing. Thea, you're kind of like looking up past your up towards the giant scorpion in kind of like a daze. When another insectoid appears out of nowhere. And it is this one. Goes to bite the giant scorpion. Missing. And slashing with its claws, also missing. Alright, Adran, you do see that Thea just got flung around. You are currently in your own version of a tornado. What would you like to do, sir?
Sing nonetheless.
Go for the attack.
Strike like the mighty elephant.
Been a while since you said that. A 2 is going to miss.
Yeah.
Sorry, an 11.
Pretty much.
2 on the die.
So. Alright. Oh. Wait. Oh, you're over here. Haha. Take this.
That'll hit for a 6 acid. Nice.
Good.
Anything else for you, sir?
Action surge.
Ooh, hello.
And I'm going to swing at you again. Oh.
That'll hit for another 8.
And swing at you my final time.
Go for it. That is going to be a glancing blow, sir. As it tries to twist away from you. Alright. Adran and Thía, you both notice that this flying figure that Varin bludgeoned about with his sling, it seems to kind of regain some of its strength. Oh, and I'm sorry, Adran, did you actually want to move anywhere?
Oh no, I just wanted to see how far my kills got, and he's about halfway damaged. That's okay.
Ah, I see. Alright. So this guy seems to have regained some strength. He's going to fly towards me, still 25 feet in the air. And then it's, so right where it is, it lowers another 5 feet and then drops. Just drops straight to the ground. So it is now on the ground. Thía, please roll me 2d6. Okay, it takes 5 bludgeoning damage from the impact of landing. Then it pulls off of its back a long, like a 10-foot long pole with a sweeping, scything blade on the end of it.
That looks pretty too. Hi.
And it looks quite large and heavy. Alright. And then it's going to swing at Varin from where it is. Getting a 19, which Varin barely ducks underneath. And then Varin jumps again over its returning swipe. As it misses twice. And for that reference, sir, take an inspiration point.
Oh, I thank you.
Varin stares at this figure that flew and then just attacked him from 10 feet away. You look like a lot of meat, and I might be hungry today. So sling attack and sling attack. 2 stones gone.
No.
I get a 30 to hit? My goodness.
Varin, you don't eat trolls.
This is not a troll. Alright, so that's 9 and 9. I deal 18 more damage to this thing. I'm really starting to like my sling. And then I can't get close to either of you because you're both on stone and near water.
Yeah, sorry.
And this thing can fly. So using land stride is not going to be super helpful to me because it can ignore the difficult terrain just as easily.
And not only
Varin,
that, it can fling you places.
Right? I don't really want to be picked up and flung right now. Also, if I go too far to the south, I'll draw its attention straight towards Dell. So, Varin is going to rush to here. Which, unfortunately for me, will trigger an attack of opportunity. Because that weapon of it has a 10-foot reach, and it misses. Woo! So Varin just blurs over to this side of the field and just spins around, staring back at it. Rolls his head a little. You don't look so tough. Alright. Where's this guy? There he is.
He's got a pretty cold stare.
Noted! It's 40 and a dash. See ya. You look up, still feeling a little dazed, and you see the insectoid that you kind of fought alongside of. It reaches down with its clawed arm, grabs you, and pulls you up onto your feet, clicking at you, and its two antennae kind of reach down and start touching about your face and head.
Thank you.
It's only a little bludgeoned over there.
I'm still okay. Okay, just fully okay.
Alright. Adran, please roll me a d6.
D6 coming up.
Okay. The wind of this creature that you've just been stabbing starts to pick up speed again in a swirling pattern. Please give me a strength saving throw, sir.
Oh boy. No.
That is just barely a success.
Oh, yes.
Oh, good.
Which means you are going to take half damage and you're not going to be flung.
Okay.
You apparently have ticked this one off. You take 11 bludgeoning damage as wind and stone and water come whirling up and slap you across the face.
Ow.
And give me a Constitution saving throw with advantage to keep concentration on Expeditious Retreat, sir. That is a success. You have not lost it yet.
Yeah.
Emphasis on yet. Alright. Del is going to stay where he is until someone needs him. Actually, you know what? No, he's not going to do that. Let's see. What can Del see? Okay, so he does actually have enough line of sight to see that you got flung, Thía. So Del is going to have the mules take the dash action. Let's see, what is the mule's movement?
I think it's
30,
50.
okay. It's 30.
It's 30? Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're just mules.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Mac.
Maybe it's horses that are 50? I can't remember.
I think horses actually have 60.
Oh, okay. I don't know
Nay, they don't.
Alright, so Del's driving the bone cart that direction. Let's see if he actually has enough range from where he is. Let's see. 60-foot range, bonus action to cast. Thía, you are just within range of his healing word.
Oh, nice.
He is going to do that. Cast at level 1. You're going to recover 7 hit points. As my brain farts again. As you hear Del give a quick prayer to Seba to grant you strength and will to continue in this fight. And you're just on the very edge, but you do feel the magic settling into you and granting you some fresh health. Thía, please roll me 1d100. Okay. The spell suddenly causes a strange surge of power that courses along the length of Del's casting. And Adran, you can feel for yourself that magic itself around you suddenly surges in response. Thía, you gain an extra 2d10 hit points. Unless it takes you up to max.
I was one short of max, so I'm now at max.
Okay. You'll just heal straight up to max.
Okay, cool, thanks.
And you see Del just kind of like waver in the cart, like, what?
Oh.
What just happened? And then Varin, with where he is and with where that giant thing is, Varin screams in pure fury, "Get out of here!" And with that, we'll move to the Scorpion. Which, confronted by a suddenly appearing insectoid, is going to claw at the insectoid. Twice. Getting 15, 17 to hit. Oh, sorry, I hit the sting twice. We'll go with the 19 result. Don't know how my finger just got excited, I guess. Alright, so the insectoid is hit by the claw, takes 9 damage. Hit by the second claw and is double grappled, or at least grappled once. Another 8. And then the stinger comes around and slams into the chest of this insectoid for another 10 damage. Must make a Constitution saving throw. It fails.
Oh, no.
You watch as this insectoid, as the scorpion's barbed, poison-laden tail slams clean through the chest of this insectoid. So it is unconscious, prone, and dying.
Buddy.
Clicking and clacking in clear fury, the scorpion then scuttles along the ground towards that other insectoid and has to make a dexterity saving throw against that cactus. Which it fails. Who would like to roll me a d10?
I'll do it.
Go for it. It takes 1 point of damage.
Oh, good.
Hurrah!
So the carapace helped, I guess, is what it is.
Yeah. The armed insectoid, faced once again with its big scorpion target. Wrong character sheet. Let's see, I'm just gonna close some of these. There we go. That cleans it up a little. And it is going to, let's see. It doesn't have its pull weapon anymore because it dropped it back there. So instead it's just going to bite at the scorpion.
Good luck.
Wow.
22 hits for 3 damage.
22, yay,
There you go.
3.
And then a Constitution saving throw. Which the scorpion does not succumb to the poison.
Oh, well.
And then the insectoid claws at it, hitting again for another 7 damage. Alright, top of the round. Thía, you can hear over the dune, you can hear and see over the dune down there, just the roaring funnel of sand of that dust devil as it seems to turn around. What would you like to do?
She's gonna go over here to the scorpion and attack.
Okay, you are flanking, so that removes the disadvantage. That'll hit for 7 and 16, 23 damage. How do you kill the scorpion?
I stab it through the tail.
And apparently you hit an artery, or whatever the equivalent is in a scorpion anatomy. I don't know. Anything else for you, Thía? I believe you've only moved 15 feet? Yes.
Yeah. I think I want to see if I can make sure I'm not in a straight line with any of the others, just in case it decides to do that sort of a thing.
Okay. I will say, because this scorpion is now dead and given its position, you could just walk across it, ignoring the difficult terrain of the sand.
Okay. Think I'll go. Let me see. I need to change up my screen so I can see where everyone else is real quick.
Fair enough. Gives me a chance to drink some water. Hydration, it's important in the desert.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just move to... Let's see, that's 5, 10, 15... So, that's too close. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how I could get closer to where everyone else is without getting too close to the other guy in case the wind dude comes back.
Right.
Think I can make it. Here, just barely.
Okay. So you move 15, 25. I'll accept that. Especially if you bonus action to dash. Or would you rather try and hide? Actually, you know what? Wait, we're using the scorpion to get there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then that's definitely acceptable. Did you still want to use your bonus action to hide?
Yeah, I might as well. That's going to be at disadvantage, right?
Okay. It will be at disadvantage, and you moved more than half your movement. Oh, gee, what a disadvantage.
When you're good at something, you're good at something.
Yeah, when you're good at something.
No kidding. I imagine you just kind of like flop back against the side of the dune, use your cloak to scoop up some sand, and just appear and like lay there underneath it.
Uh-huh. Alright.
It is now the Dust Devil's turn. I assume. Was that everything for you,
Yep.
Thía? Okay. Please roll me a d6. Okay. It does not get its whirlwind ability back, but the Dust Devil does approach that insectoid that helped you back up. And is going to slam at it twice. Oh goodness. Getting a 15 to hit, which does hit for 20 damage, and knocks the insectoid flat on the ground. There. Hang on, what's the movement here? Actually, that's good because that's actually 30 movement. No. Brain, work. 25. 30. 40. 50. It starts sucking up water as it starts heading back towards you, sir.
Oh.
Alright. That is 2 failed death saves for the first unconscious insect. And nat 1. Adran, it is up to you, sir. What would you like to do?
I drop my sanguine nonetheless.
Okay.
I reach down at my side, which has been kind of neglected, but I pull out my rod, or my staff, of paralysis.
Oh, your bone staff.
And I use it on him.
Yes? On the air elemental?
On the air elemental.
Okay. What's the DC, sir?
I believe the DC is 15.
Give me
Yep.
either an Arcana or a Nature check. Oh, beautiful. Before you do this, as you start considering it, it suddenly occurs to you that being an elemental and also having no physical form, It's probably not going to be easy to paralyze, if even possible. In fact, with that roll, I will go ahead and tell you, you can't paralyze it.
Nuts.
So I'll be willing to retroactively say you think this through and realize it before you actually go through the even dropping sanguine nonetheless. However, what's the range on that? 60 feet?
I believe, yes, it is 60 feet.
There's this fellow over here,
So
and he is within 60 feet of you.
he is, but yeah, let's try that.
Okay, that is your action.
Mm-hmm.
He fails his saving throw
Yeah.
and is paralyzed. Standing there on the ground. So let's use the symbol for paralyzed. Alright, anything else for you, sir?
Well, I'd like to use my bonus action for expeditious retreats so that I can at least
Okay.
get away from this guy. Which
Okay,
will
go for
also trigger an attack of opportunity.
Yes, it will.
But let's go 5, 10, 15 here, 20, 25, 30.
You feel its air fist slam against your back, almost throwing you off your feet. But you skid along the stone and you are able to not fall over.
45, 50, 55, 60. That's right there.
Okay. Alright, so you are holding staff and shield.
Yes.
Sanguine nonetheless sizzling on the stone behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. At the end of each of the target's turn, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success. You watch as the wounds that Varin has dealt this thing start closing. It is unable to do anything, so it's going to just go ahead and end its turn with another con save.
Don't get it, don't get it, don't get it, don't get it.
Oh, 18.
No!
It looks down upon you, bearing its crooked black fangs in a bloodthirsty grin. And that's it for its turn. Varin once again snarls at Del. Turn that cart and get yourself out of danger, or I will knock you unconscious. Varin is going to skid along the ground back up to here.
How is he supposed to get himself out of danger if he's unconscious?
Fortunately, you're too far away to hear Varin snarl or make such a snide comment, so Varin doesn't have to think about a response. But good comment. Actually, hang on. Nuts, you already have an inspiration point. I was going to give you one for that. So Varin is going to close back towards that large creature and take 2 slingshots. Oh, good grief. Yeah, they're both going to hit. Wow. Okay. So that's 20 points of damage. So you see this thing start to heal itself, and all of a sudden Varin just comes along and just rips the wounds open anew. Plus some extra room to boot. That was alright, and Varin's just going to stand there, basically interposing himself between that big fellow and Del. Alright. Oh, come on. This creature has to make a death saving throw. And it fails.
Ooh.
They are dying.
They're not doing too good.
Nope. Speed, okay. The air elemental you've been dealing with, sir, please roll me a d6.
Stay away.
Alright. Now give me a strength saving throw.
Oh.
As it once again starts to swirl and whirl around you,
Oh.
trying to lift and throw you.
Oh, God.
This is a fail. You're going to take full damage, and you're going to be flung 20 feet.
Oh, boy.
Please roll me a d8.
I don't want to.
Okay, you're going to be flung to the west. Back. Oh, come on. This button, that button. There we go. You're going to take full damage from this one, sir.
Oh.
Which was a rather disappointing roll. You take 15 points of damage,
right.
and you're flung 20 feet to the west and knocked prone.
Oh.
So which puts you right here. Right at Varin's feet, and at the feet of the big creature that you just tried to paralyze.
Hey, guys.
And I'm going to need when you're done dealing the damage to yourself and positioning yourself, I'm going to need a con saving throw from you with advantage. Okay, you do not lose Expeditious Retreat.
Awesome. Ish.
Right? Dell. It's going to have the mules not go that close. Oh, come on. There. Okay. Dell is going to once again cast Healing Word at the first of the downed insectoids. Who would like to roll me a D100?
Let's see. D100.
Thank you. Adran, you're actually supposed to be over here, sir.
Oh, I thought you were gonna move me.
No, I was taking care of other things. Go ahead. There you go. And you are prone. So I'm going to put a snail token on you.
Okay.
It'll cost you half of your movement to stand up. So Adran, you're prone, kind of feeling a little dazed from your brief flight and sudden tumbling land. You watch as Dell looks and casts Healing Word, and feathers sprout from his face, forming a beard.
Wait, from whose face?
Dell's face. Young Dell suddenly has a beard of feathers. And he kind of looks down like, what?
What are you up to?
Thía, this insectoid here, the one with the weapons, calmly kneels down and rips open the armored hide of the scorpion and starts pulling out chunks of flesh and bloody meat by the fistful. Top of the round. Thía, your turn. You are quite well hidden, by the way. And, okay, there you are.
So well hidden the DM can't see.
Oh, no, I couldn't hear you, so I thought maybe you were muted.
So let's see. What's my range with a sling?
Your range, because of sharpshooter, is 120 feet.
So I can hit him.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he is definitely within your normal range. You won't get advantage on it. Actually, you will, because you had sneak. You were so well hidden.
But
so you attack at normal.
Normal, yeah. So.
And Adran is right at his feet.
All right. So. let's go ahead and do the sling.
So if you hit, sneak attack.
Huh? Okay, yeah, cool.
If you hit, you get sneak attack.
So here's sling.
That'll hit.
And sneak attack.
28 damage.
Ooh.
Wow.
And
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and move in stealth. So let's do that.
Nice. Actually, depending on how far you move, you could have rolled that at normal.
I think
Because of your supreme sneak ability.
I'm gonna move there.
Okay.
And I think that's full movement because difficult terrain.
Correct. In which case, we will go with the roll with disadvantage, which still results in a 22. Gee, what a painful roll for you. Still pulling up water. This creature is now just going to let's see. Seeing that Adran has changed position. Let's see. 10, 20, 30. 35, 40, 45, 50. And then it's going to use its action to dash. That looks pleasant.
That's quite a crowd.
The Thía, the insectoid that was about to die stirs, looks around looks around. Doesn't bother to actually stand, just kind of starts crawling along the ground to the downed creature here. Takes out it. You're not entirely sure what it is, beyond something that looks like a vile liquid, and pours it down the prone insectoid's throat. Please roll me 2d4 plus 4. Okay. Wrong button. There we go. Thank you for that. The other prone insectoid regains 9 hit points. Alright, to you, sir. You are prone, and now you are. There's another swirling form in your area.
Mm-hmm. At this point, I use half my movement speed to get up on my feet.
Sure.
I then drop my Staff of Paralysis and summon my Sanguine to my hand.
Excellent.
And I'm going to attack the Ogre right here.
Okay. Excuse me. Go for the attack.
Right.
That is gonna hit for 13 acid. Nice. Scoring a long line of burn right along its thigh.
I'll take it.
Thigh, knee. We'll go with knee.
And then another one on him.
Go for it. Oh, yeah, that'll hit for another 6 acid. Nice.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action for Second Wind.
You already used bonus action to summon Sanguine nonetheless.
Oh, did I? Oh, well,
Yep.
Then I guess I'll just have to wait my next turn.
True. Speaking of, the large creature, they just stabbed twice. You watch as the burn marks from the acid start recovering. And then it grins at you with its crooked black teeth and vanishes.
Coward.
Alright, Varin's turn. And by the way, you do hear the thing's heavy footsteps stepping away from you.
Yeah, I still shout out coward.
Varin is going to, he's still standing in the midst of the swirling wind. He's going to step out of it so you can see clearly. Well, attacking with a sword or attacking with a sling, either are going to get disadvantage. Varin is still going to attack with his sling, but now at disadvantage. Okay then. Both are still going to hit, but that second shot is a glancing blow. So I'll put Colossus Slayer on the first one. Like that matters. Okay. So 6 becomes 3, with 7 is 10, and 6 is 16 damage. As Varin just turns and, following the sound of the footsteps, launches 2 stones apparently into the middle of nowhere to the south of him, and then the stones bounce off of something invisible. So it needs to make concentration checks. Okay, well it fails on its first concentration check and is revealed. And Varin just snarls, "You're not getting away from me that easily."
Kill him, kill him, kill him.
I already did my 2 attacks. This fellow is going to stand up from prone. Move over here and join his companion in starting to harvest the flesh from the scorpion. Just ripping out gobbets of meat. Adran, please roll me a d6.
D6.
Okay. Crowding into that area. Adran, I need a strength saving throw.
Ouch.
That's a fail.
Yeah.
Roll me a d8. Let's see which way you're going to fly. You're going to be flying 20 feet to the north east. Whoops. Wrong character. There we go. Northeast, sir, not northwest.
Sorry.
So you land, I believe, right here. And you're going to take full damage and land prone once more. That's a 19.
No.
And I need a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Ugh, I'm not doing too good, guys.
Good. Have you already used... Oh, wow. Yeah, you maintain concentration. Have you already used Sanguine Nonetheless's property to recover hit points yet?
I don't think I have.
Okay, well, you know you can do that.
At any time or on my next turn?
On your turn, with your action.
Yeah.
So on your turn with your action, you could action, heal, and then bonus action, second win. Yeah. So it moved there, and now it's going to move here out of this this creature's space. And you feel this air being just move back into your space, sir. Apparently quite determined. Dell, seeing that no one is in immediate need of his aid, finally exercises Varin's orders and has the mules dash. Okay. The insectoid continues harvesting meat from the scorpion. Thía, the insectoids do not seem any further interested in aiding us or in fighting us. They seem much more interested in the scorpion meat. It is your turn. What would you like to do? What was your stealth check before? 20 something?
It was a 22.
22. You are hidden.
Okay, so I can attack him at normal?
You can indeed, and if you hit, you get sneak attack.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
Because Varin is right there. That is a hit. I'm not sure why you rolled it at disadvantage.
Oh, because I
Did you not
didn't click it
disadvantage by
off
accident?
after my stealth attack, so...
Gotcha. You can go ahead and roll sneak attack.
What's that?
That is 21 points of damage. Your sling stone goes ripping through the air and slams not against, but into the thing's left ear.
That was painfully awake.
Indeed, because he topples over.
And I'm gonna stealth. And move.
Okay. Alright. Is that it for you then?
Yep.
You could have rolled that at advantage, so at normal.
That's fine.
Fair enough. Alright. The Dust Devil moves into Varin's space, and Varin must make a strength saving throw. Once I find strength. At normal. Whoa! Where did that come from? Varin gets 23 on this save and is not knocked prone or flung.
That's just how serious he is about standing his ground, honest.
No kidding. Varin just digs his toes in and takes it at 8 damage. Oh, this is the first time Varin's been hit.
Nice.
So I still have 2 temporary hit points. Haha. Okay. This insectoid crawls past you. Apparently not noticing you, Thía, but you do hear in your head a kind of an impression of curiosity, wondering about you, what you are, where you're from. Just an invasive thought crawling into your mind. All right, Adran, you are prone, sir. What would you like to do?
Get out of there.
Might I suggest that you use your action and Sanguine nonetheless to heal first?
Yes, I will use my action, Sanguine nonetheless, to heal.
You can recover, I'll give you 40 hit points.
Alright.
Rounding it up. Because I'm nice like that.
Thank you. That brings me up to 62. And
Yep.
then I use my second wind.
Go for it. Which should be... hold on, don't use it. Oh, darn. Just add one more because because the second one has not yet been updated.
Oh.
So 15 plus 1 is 16.
Oh, okay.
So you recover another 16 hit points. Which basically takes you right back up to nearly full.
Yeah.
Off by 1.
That was a pretty good roll then.
No kidding. Alright, what would you like to do, sir?
Well, I guess the only thing I can do is run away.
Alright, go for your run, and that will trigger an attack of opportunity.
Let's see.
Since you had to stand up from prone, that was 15 feet, so you can move 15 plus 30.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hit you unless you want to cast shield.
35, 40, 45. I will cast shield.
Alright.
That's
Roll me a D100.
the last of my spell slots. And shield.
Your armor class is 30
Yep.
until your next turn. And now roll me a D100 as you feel magic around you starting to surge wildly.
Yeah.
Okay. For the next minute, you feel in your mind a passage of conjuration magic opening up, becoming available to you. For the next minute, sir, you can teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action on each of your turns.
Oh, cool.
That is great to know.
Varin, Varin screams out in pure fury. That was my kill! As he yanks out his dagger. And, yep, on normal. Getting a nat 1 on the first attack because he's just so angry. But getting a 24 to hit on the second attack. And then Varin is going to rush out from there, triggering an attack of opportunity against him. Uh, 23 will hit Varin for 17 bludgeoning damage. Ow. Plus 2 back because that was 2 temporary hit points. There we go. Varin's rushing along is kind of aided by the force of the blow. And there. That's going to conclude Varin's movement. Varin is just so spitting mad that he didn't even think about activating darkness on his dagger. The insectoids keep harvesting meat. Roll me a d6, sir. Okay. This creature flies into your space, hesitates, and then flies upward 40 feet, triggering an attack of opportunity. Actually, no, not triggering the attack because you already used your action.
Yeah.
Your reaction, beg pardon.
But I still swing at my sword saying, you got lucky.
Right, yes. Dell is going to stay where he is, hearing the big thing hit the ground. Alright, Thía. What would you like to do? Are you muted?
Is the big air guy considered to be in melee with Adran, or?
No, it is 40 feet up in the air above him.
Well, boo. Well, might as well try attacking anyway.
Okay. Go for the attack.
There we go.
That is definitely going to hit, but doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, but damage on the stack.
It's still damage. Yeah, exactly. Anything else from you, Thía?
Stealth and move.
Alright. Nice.
Let's see, where do I want to move? Let's go there.
Okay. The Dust Devil, howling and screaming, starts to just kind of like whirl away to the east. Spitting out sand and mud and water. Adran, what would you like to do, sir?
Well, since he's 40 feet above me, I figure I could at least hit him with a cantrip.
You can certainly try.
Let's see how well he does against Firebolt.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit, and it definitely takes the full damage from that. Anything else for you, sir?
Yeah. I'd like to get out of there. Get away from him.
It is 40 feet up.
True. But still, I don't want to be anywhere near him.
Fair enough.
So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's full use. And then I can use, extra 20 feet? Teleportation?
Extra 30 feet. Yeah, extra 20 feet. Or you can dash for 30.
Well, let's see. Just gonna dash 30.
Fair enough.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Excellent.
I can get far away from that guy because I really don't feel like being around him.
Varin makes a visible effort to calm down and stows his sling. They're not sticking around. I think it's over. And indeed, over the next few seconds, we watch as the two air beings seem to dissipate or fly away. It's not entirely clear which. We will exit initiative. The insectoids put fresh scorpion meat into various pouches strung along their belts, reclaim their various weapons. Adran, you hear in your mind a thought of almost an impression of fellow hunters. Good hunt. Then they turn and they start walking away to the northeast with their collection of meat.
Well, somehow they're still able to communicate with us, and for some reason we understand them.
Unless either of you want to do anything, they're just going to leave.
I don't have any reason to attack them.
No reason at all.
You do see Varin considering it.
Bad, Varin. Bad.
Don't even.
They were helpful.
They don't look like good eating anyways.
Dude, are you hangry or something? Right. There's scorpion meat. You can eat that.
I've had that before. Besides, I can't get close to them. They're too close to the water and stone.
Well, if anything, I can at least go in there and try to extract the venom.
You certainly can. Thía, would you like to help him with that?
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay. We are going to be bedding down for the night here, I assume?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you're going to be bedding down somewhere away from stone and water.
With that in mind, Varin just moves over to there. Alright, if you wish to attempt to harvest some scorpion venom, Thía, you can either work on your own or you can try and give him the help action.
I'll go ahead and help.
You're proficient in survival. Okay. Adran, you can give me a survival check with advantage.
All right. You.
You're kind of like, where exactly in the tail is the venom kept?
I hate the
Thía tries to describe it, and he's just like, no, that doesn't sound right.
Right? I mean, you know it, but the knowing it and actually doing it are kind of different concepts.
Yeah, explaining it just isn't the same as doing it.
Now, if you prefer, you could drag the scorpions out from where they are and to somewhere where Varin can actually access them.
I think I'd rather do that and let you do what you do best. I'll do what I do best and just drag it out there.
Fair enough. Okay. So survival, which fortunately did leave it on normal. That is actually better than what I was looking for. So Varin is going to harvest. This is not food, so natural export does not apply, I think. When you forage, you find twice as much food as you normally would. Yeah, but this is venom, not food. So my bonus is 3. Varin collects 4 doses of venom from this tail. Do you want Varin to try again for the other tail as well?
Yes.
Okay. That is also a success. So we have 10 total samples of scorpion venom.
Cool.
Nice.
That, I would say, is enough to make enough ink, once the other ingredients are found, to make basically enough ink to write 10 different spell scrolls. If you have parchment. Varin, where's my character sheet? And nature, there it is. Wow. Not being a smart person is really hurting him on nature. He is going to try again. Considering beasts and what they... that is actually good enough. This does have water. I can imagine night creatures like bats will be around. Bugs and food and such. Tonight, I'll try and bring down some bats. How many do you want, Adran?
Bats?
Bats. For hide?
Let's do about 5.
That's it.
If you're particularly hungry, you could take down more.
I was more thinking for you to write spell scrolls on.
Okay.
Actually, I'd appreciate that, mentions Dell.
7. Or, I'm sorry, 10.
10? Okay. I imagine you're ending concentration on Expeditious Retreat.
Yes.
Alright, so you want 10 bats. We are going to need to find other ingredients once I figure out where I put that. Thía, with disadvantage, can you give me either an intelligence or a history check?
Yeah, it's the same.
Fair enough. Yeah, not quite enough. You can try again as well if you wish. Still with disadvantage.
Yeah, no, just the same.
Nope. There's something niggling in the back of your mind, but you can't remember what it was. It's just, hiding back there somewhere. Let's try this. Wilds? Bingo. Dell looks through his information. We'll need to make regular ink. Sorry, I misspoke earlier. This venom is going to be enough to make 5 spell scrolls. It takes 2 doses of scorpion venom. I'm going to need some powdered silver, a leaf of thyme, some oregano, and vervain, the vervain root.
That sounds like dinner.
Dell shrugs. It's the recipe the priestess gave me.
Okay.
Silver's gonna be the hard part to find out here.
Yeah.
Where did I put that? Oh yeah. Varin is going to, as we're getting ready to bed down for the night. Here it is. Varin looks to you, Adran. I'm going to trance first. Once I've come out of my trance, it'll only take about 4 hours. I'll take up a position where I can keep watch over the camp.
Right.
I'll be able to make myself fairly undetectable. Thía, your weapon does warn us really well, but we've seen that doesn't always work the best.
If we're in one of those magicless pockets, yeah.
I think it's best to start getting into the habit of keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Let me see here. So during the first 4 hours of the night, Varin is going to just trance. Dell's also going to trance so he can finally level up and choose his spells. I assume, and then after that, you two can take a 4-hour trance. The mules are going to need a full 8 hours because they're not elves.
Oh. Clearly, they need to take a level in elf.
Right? I opened the wrong thing. Alright. So, unfortunately, silver doesn't exactly look like there's a lot of silver in the area. But if you too wish, you can search for some of the herbs that's possibly around in such a plant-rich environment with water. Would either of you like to give me a survival check?
Can I do a help action to give him advantage?
You can.
I think I'd prefer to do that.
Okay. Adran, you can give me a survival check with advantage. You do find some. Well done.
Awesome.
Let's see. Here it is. You find... Wait, where is it? There it is. You find some... Let's see, what did you get? 14? Yeah, you find some time. You can give me another... You can give me 2 more survival checks with advantage if Thea is willing to help.
Totally willing to help. She's like, I feel a little off and I don't know why.
As your skin is just burning.
I'm okay.
Or a nat 20. Nat 20. I'll say you could find both oregano and the vervain root.
Cool.
So all we're missing now is silver. Powdered silver. Adran, because you got a nat 20 on that, I will give you advantage, if you wish, on a history check. Excellent. So Thea's helping you out just because she's not feeling well. She's kind of looking sicker and sicker. It occurs to you that several adventures ago, back when we were fighting those 3 hobgoblin camps, one of those hobgoblins had a magic staff that we never really did much with because we couldn't use it.
Right.
Thea kind of took possession of it, and we haven't thought about it since.
True.
Do you mention this to her?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Thea, I do believe I mentioned it last time, when we first took it. Because you did take a short rest with it, or yeah, I think it was a short or a long rest, so you basically learned what it was. It was a staff of healing.
Oh, cool.
Which, at least until a few levels from now, you won't be able to use yourself.
Right.
But until then, there's a young healer that might be able to use it.
Alright. When he wakes up, I'll let him have it.
Excellent. Alright. So, Adran and Del both are going to take a long rest, bring themselves up to full. Unfortunately, since you didn't think about it until after they started trancing, he's not going to be able to attune to it until after a short rest. Of course, you'll have 4 hours to do that. Let's see. Adran, would you like to attempt deciphering the chamber writing?
I would, actually.
Alright, give me an investigation check, sir. If you have an inspiration, you can use that for advantage. Oh, that's a beautiful roll. It takes you a while to figure it out, even with the aid of your minor illusion cantrip. You didn't even use an inspiration point. I just realized that. Well done.
Thank you.
Finally, you realize that the reason you couldn't figure out what in the world it was saying was because the beginning of the text starts on the top left column's base, is read upward half the height of the column, and then it moves to the top of the 5th column and is read down vertically half the height of that column. Then it moves to the 4th column's middle and read up to the top, before moving to the 2nd column's base and read up to the middle, before moving to the 3rd column's middle and read to the base of the column.
Well, that makes sense.
It is very twisted. It is very confusing. And then the other halves of the columns that were not written on an actual text, there are a series of calculations that are both arcane and extraplanar in nature. You can give me another investigation check if you wish. Unfortunately, that's not enough. The calculations aren't making much sense to you yet.
No.
You can try again if you want. That is enough. It finally starts making sense. These calculations are that of trying to create a Hearthstone artifact, similar to the one you've currently got burning away in your pack. However, the calculations don't seem to be complete. There's no indication that of whether or not the writer succeeded or not. As for the text, not the calculations, but the text, the writings are disturbing. The writer seems to have been different from the one who originally wrote the instructions on the walls. And several portions of the text on the columns ramble with a clear sense of paranoia and confusion, interrupted with long strings of lucid writing. The writer speaks of a terror which stalks in dreams and nightmares, who first seeds corruption in the heart and then preys on the depravity thus inspired. That nightmare creature hunted many people known to the writer, and seemed to have simply passed over the writer entirely, until the writer realized that he himself, or she, had been the killer of some of their own family as a result of this predator's effect. The writer spent a significant amount of time in the underground chamber in isolated work, apparently trying to trap this dream predator. But whether they succeeded or died in the attempt is unknown, because the text ends with a single name. Do you wish to attempt to read the name, sir?
Yes.
Give me an intelligence saving throw. That is a failure. You take 2 levels of exhaustion, and I need a wisdom saving throw, sir. Exhaustion, real quick. Oops. You have disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved. Please give me a wisdom saving throw, sir. That is also a failure. Roll me a D100. Thía, please roll me 1d10 times 10.
I don't think that came out right, so...
No. So for Adran...
Let's do the roll...
We'll go with 10. We can just manually calculate.
And then we can multiply that by 10. Because I don't think the original one knew what the world was trying to do, so...
Right. Adran, you try to read the name. It is written in the same, language and spelling and alphabet. And when you try to read the name, a spike of pain lances through your head. You feel your body just drain of energy, and for the next 90 hours, you are under the effect of a long-term madness. You feel compelled to repeat a specific activity over and over, such as washing your hands, or touching things, or praying, or counting objects. I'll let you choose which one, what your repetitive activity is. Adran, are you muted?
I'm thinking still.
Oh, gotcha, my bad.
I gotta wash my hands. I gotta wash my hands.
Thea, you just see Adran trying to read, and he comes to the final word, and all of a sudden he just seems to, like, his head just snaps back as though it's been struck a heavy blow, and next thing you know, he's just, like, grabbing up sand and repeatedly scrubbing his hands over and over and over again.
I don't think this sand's gonna do much more than rub you raw.
By the way, Adran, you have some missing hit dice, yes? Yes. Bear in mind that you won't be able to recover all of your hit dice if you trance in your heavy armor. You'll have to take it off entirely if you want to get the full benefits of a long rest.
If he takes too long to stop, she'll just take and splash some water at him and be like, come on.
Now, there was some things I forgot to mention. I will say that before taking my long rest, Varin would have cast non-detection. Right about there. For the rest of you.
Yeah.
So that was before his long rest.
Okay.
Also, Thea, would you have Varin had, I believe it was 1 second level spell slot left and 3 first level spell slots. Would you have wanted Varin to cast any spells into your ring of spell storing?
Yeah, if he doesn't mind doing Longstrider, that'd be awesome.
At what level, first or second?
Whichever he's willing to do.
I'll do first. Or sorry, not first. Second. So you have second level casting of Longstrider in your ring. Do you want anything? So you have jump, and then that's 3 out of 5. You have room for 2 more spell slot levels. So second level, I'm out of second level spells, but I can give you 2 first level castings of either jump or Longstrider.
Let's go with Longstrider because that's super helpful.
Right. So you have 1 casting of jump, 1 second level casting of Longstrider, and then 2 first level castings of Longstrider stored in your spell ring. That make sense?
Alright.
Those would have been things that Varin would have done before taking a long rest, as well as gathering up his, let's see, 7. He would have gathered up his sling bullets, half of the ones he spent, and I imagine that someone would be willing to give him, just collect some rocks from the ground for him, since he can't draw near the rocks and water.
Thía will probably do it while she's grabbing some for herself.
Fair enough. And you can also restock your sling entirely, by the way.
Okay.
So Varin, unfortunately, because Varin had to go to a long rest with missing some of his normal hit points, Varin will come back to full normal hit point maximum, but will still only have 77 hit points, so he'll be missing some hit points when the next day comes.
Okay.
Del is going to get all of his spell slots, new ones included. He'll have to choose spells when he wakes up. Oh, darn it, closed something I didn't want to close. I need to give us our experience points. That's the wrong folder. Here we go. Alright, Adran, for you and Varin, we are now at 78,228 experience points.
Cool.
Indeed. Thía, you are now at 72,220.
Okie dokie.
Del is now at, let me see, where is it? 6,550 and is a 5th level caster.
Cool.
That was a very long adventuring day.
Yes, it was.
But we did finally get to a long rest. we'll pick up about halfway through the night when Varin and Del come out of their mutual long rests. Before you two take your long rest, so that Varin can do some hunting for bats. I believe you said you wanted 10,
Yes.
Sir? Okay.
Wash my hands. Wash my hands.
That's going to be you for the next 90 hours. Just feeling this compulsion to wash your hands. Also, we need to expend some of our resources, food-wise.
Alright.
We've traveled for 1 day, so that's 1 pound of rations each. Also, we can either drink water from the barrels, or you can collect water from the springs, whichever one you want.
I'll collect waters from the springs. Wash my hands. Wash my hands.
Alright, and for you, Thea?
I'll do the same. And
From the spring.
And she's gonna try and get some of the bones from the dog-like creatures that we had fought. Some of the longer bones. She wants to see if she could eventually turn them into really crude arrows.
Okay. You can certainly try. I will point out that historically bone arrows are not flexible enough to serve as proper arrows.
Yeah, but...
So there is a risk that you can do it. You can certainly try. But I will say that if you do that, then there is a chance, every time you shoot one, that they might shatter on firing.
So, like, in my face or in the face?
Yeah, basically in your face.
Gotcha.
The problem is that bone is just too rigid. They're not supple enough to serve as an arrow.
Well, it's just...
So that initial shock of the bowstring launching them does run the risk of either shattering them or just not launching them accurately.
Maybe she'll try to figure something else out.
Okay. So with that, I assume everyone's just going to drink from the springs.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. And given Varin's issues, someone just brings them water?
Probably.
Cool. Alright. Then, as we all go to a long rest, everyone can give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie. And mine's at disadvantage.
No, yours is at normal. It's a saving throw, not an ability check. Okay. That's a nat 1.
I don't have good con either.
Apparently. That is Del. Mules. Okay. And we will find out what that was for later. In the meantime, thank you everyone for playing. I hope it was fun. Definitely some resource gathering. Thea, you're diseased. Sorry. And I hope you enjoyed the issues of fighting in an area peppered with wild magic zones.
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, I will stop recording on my end. Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Adran, Thea, and Varin take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time. Druid, Fire Snake, Ghoul, Giant Spider, Half-ogre, Ochre Jelly, Orog. Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.